Do you feel like the walls are closing in around you? Or maybe you feel like it's all just hit the fan. Maybe it feels like things are moving in slow motion all of a sudden, or even it's not moving at all. These are all things that you may be experiencing connected with the second full moon in Aquarius that we have coming up. So get settled in for a minute, and I'm going to give you some information that's been coming through for me and what this full moon in Aquarius may mean for you. Okay, so if you look at the chart here, I'm going to scroll down for you. You can see I came over to moon phase and I scrolled down. And if you look down here, Sunday, August 22nd, full moon in Pisces. Well, at 8:01 a.m., what this is telling you is that it goes into Pisces at 8:43. So less than an hour later, we're going to go over here and ask it to give us the chart. Okay, let's scroll down here on the chart. Well, we're waiting. Okay, so when we scroll down on the chart, and here is the chart for the full moon, okay? Let's come over here and look at the planetary positions. The sun, 29 and 36 minutes in Leo. And the moon, what does that say? Aquarius, 29 degrees, 36 minutes. This is actually a good time to show something. So when there's a full moon, you have the moon and the sun on opposite sides. When it's a new moon, like it was in Leo, remember the moon was over here and they were in the same thing. So that's how you can remember full moon and new moon. We are so close to hitting Pisces there that it's unreal. That's what I wanted to show you on the chart real quick. And I found that very interesting. Already this full moon is telling us to take a closer look at things, follow through, taking a closer look. The full moon will be on the 22nd, and this is for my time zone and my location. And it's going to be on August 22nd at 8:01 a.m., 29 degrees and 36 minutes. And there are 30 degrees. So it's right there at the end. It's going to quickly, within an hour, according to MandaLynn.guru, go look at her full moon video, it's going to go into Pisces. And so that's why it is showing listed. It will still be full when it goes into Pisces, but it begins aspecting full in Aquarius. And MandaLynn.guru spoke of this as a graduation, and I cannot agree more because I'm getting a lot of those too. I'm also getting a lot of timeline stuff. I mentioned earlier, things might just, if you are looking around you and spending every minute trying to figure out your next move and what we're seeing around us right now, you're messing up. You can be aware of that because it may give you a certain signal that it's time for you to act on another level. However, like Michael said, that's not your world. That's not our world. So you really need to be focusing on what are these little tidbits of truth, of self-truth, self-reality, self-actualization. What are these things that are going to be revealed to me? It may be a big aha moment. You may find yourself just sobbing in tears because you've discovered this truth that's been holding you back, it seemed like, your entire lifetime. And it's important to pursue that. This is an evolutionary step for many of us, not as a species at this time. However, with all of the Aquarian energy that's flowing, it's coming and it's going, and it's, you got Jupiter and Saturn going in and coming out of Aquarius. And there's a lot of adjustments being made. If you are feeling that slow-mo energy that I spoke of, you're saying, whoa, whoa, hold it right there. Back it up. Let's watch that just a little bit slower. I think there's an adjustment that I can make that will make this flow better. Or, hey, wait, this person's actually coming on. No, 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 they're going to be here. Okay, let's adjust this just a little bit so we have an encounter. Or it could feel like it's stopped altogether and you're just kind of in limbo. And when that's happening, you might be waiting on some others to catch up with a common manifestation that you've got going on in the new world, which is where we truly are right now. I have a 1987 Dodge Dakota. First generation Dodge Dakota. It has a carburetor, not fuel injection. This thing just keeps on, we give her a little bit of love, we take care of something, and she just keeps going. And I recently got rid of this really horribly jarring vibration. Won't go into the mechanics, but I was riding today, I had to go out, and it hit me, and I'm like, wow. Betsy, her name is Betsy, I can take Betsy to 5D. She's riding so smooth. She's just riding so, and I immediately got the information down that says, no, you're not taking this 3D construct vehicle 5D. You are experiencing 5D, but that's still 3D. And it just illuminated how your refrigerator, you go to it every day, but you are 5D, and that's still a 3D physical manifestation. Now you can soup up your manifestation of the refrigerator of your dreams and take it 5D or create it 5D. However, the whole point here is it's important to pay attention to perceptions. The perception that you have in this moment is going to shift into something totally different by the time this full moon comes and goes. And then it's crazy because the moon cycle gets back on schedule. It's like, here's just this little adjustment time, okay? And this also comes into future timelines. If you are a person that's experiencing timelines, it comes into that as well. Now, as far as those friends of yours that are experiencing things that you're not, is there something wrong with you? Is there something wrong with them? Not a damn thing wrong with any of you. Everybody is having the experience necessary for them to attain the octave of the new frequency. Now, if I'm on this octave here and they're on this octave here, does that mean that I'm ahead of them? No. It means that the manifestation of the harmony requires one to be up here and one to be down here. Now, later on, it might switch, might be in the same thing, might have a lot of others involved. There are so many factors. And this is what's been coming down to me. When I say I've been lit up like a Christmas tree, you guys have got to be hearing the stuff in my ears. You've got to be hearing it. These are the things. You're having higher realization because the higher frequency. Here with my phone. I've been saying that phone's getting on my nerves. You see how that goes? So the higher frequency things are actually the real things now. It's important to explore truth, your truth. Have a time of self-revelation. Oh, we're in revelation times. What about self-revelation? There are things that you want to learn about yourself. Your higher self is up. They're going, hey, let's have a talk. And you're caught up in, well, the thing that I'm not allowed to talk about because they'll take this video down and you'll miss all the other stuff too. And it's also a time of reinvention for a lot of people. What do you mean by reinvention? We're going to be doing things in different energies and we're going to be doing things in different places. I am putting together another plan to talk about these things that won't even make it to you here on YouTube. And I will let you know just as soon as it's up and running. And I'm going to be introducing you to people that I've been hoarding for myself because this is how I have grown. This is how I have evolved And this is when my heart came to the conclusion that I have to do this. This is why I'm here. There are those that are down there still in a lot of the 3D syrup, as I call it. They have a task, they have an experience necessary. They'll be on the next train. Some won't be coming at all in that way. And you have to respect their free will. Respect not only their free will, but the free will of all those that are experiencing them in their reality. And what that comes down to is stay focused on what you are doing. And you also means the you in the collective. That's another thing. This collective experience is just absolutely amazing. And I can't tell you how important it is for you to start actualizing that experience as well. Archangel Michael has been very active. Archangel Michael is a very prominent force of energy in this particular part of the cycle. I encourage you to reach out. Every time we need to bump up the energy just a little bit, he's always there. And on top of that, it's the very energies of creation. It's the Elohim. You have to understand the Elohim. Understand that nothing is solid. I can't put my fingers through my hand, but yes, I can. I mean, I can't right here. I'm not that advanced yet. However, they understand that if I sit here and reorganize the vibration over here and keep this the same, okay, this takes on a new form, a new state of matter, and then this will push through. You know, it's, and I'm not going to sit there and try and prove to y'all that it will. I'm not that advanced, but I know that I can be. Your dreams are changing. Your circles of friends are changing. Your very soul tribe, some of that's changing. Be ready for change. Know how to handle change, or changes will come along that force you to learn how to handle change. And I just encourage you to all reach out to each other, share experiences without expecting each other's experience to match. If everybody was here doing the same thing, nothing would be getting done that needed to get done. And this shift would be a lot harder than it is. If you are experiencing discomfort emotionally, if you are feeling overwhelmed by what we're seeing around us in this world, I encourage you to immediately ask for help transmuting that. The earth is going through some energetic upgrades and rearrangements right now. I mean, literally, like we're doing, the earth is getting this too. It's part of the planetary logos shift. If you can help the earth, then do it. Because if you're here, every consciousness here has a covenant with Gaia. Period. Said it. It's out. Could that covenant be to create some discomfort? Sure could. And that brings me to something else. There are equal amounts of what you call positive, negative, dark, light. It doesn't matter how you characterize it. There's always the balance coming in. It's how much we choose to use of each. Like the Native American story about, are you going to feed the black wolf or the white wolf? Which energy are you going to feed? And that is what your manifestation of your experience in the new 5D energies is based upon. What are you feeding? And what are you bringing with you? Those are important things to consider. So I hope that I've covered everything. I hope that any questions you have, you will include them in the comments. And I hope that there's a different picture starting to form in your mind. It may feel like it's part of your dream world. It is. That's the one from your heart. And you need to pay attention to that. Heart revelations coming up for the full moon in Aquarius. And I encourage everybody to access the collective, get used to functioning as the collective, at least part of the time. You've got your individual and your collective and your higher aspect being. And enjoy the ride. Find the adventure. Find the excitement. If you are worrying, that means that you have a poor outlook of the situation. That's what worry means. So think the good thoughts. Think the positive thoughts. All the hard things are followed by beautiful things to come. Beginning of a new cycle. So I leave you with peace. I leave you with truth. And I leave you with the most incredible light to carry forward in this beautiful journey. Until next time. Bye, everybody.
It's so beautiful.